Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. The Bears will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense takes the field. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Paul.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
The Red Raiders want to move quickly. Wants to throw on second down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's quick. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. They'll leave it with him. Drills him with the stiff arm. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
You know, and I think they were in nickel package right there, and I like that because you bring an extra DB on the field. Now, is that guy covering, but you can also blitz with him. He can chase down the quarterback and force 4th downs. I love when they bring in the nickel package.
Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he breaks into the open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Floating away. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Splits the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drop. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
So the Baylor Bears offense will take the field for the first time. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
He's right on target. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
On target. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the first down here on 4th.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
To the air on first down. Going to take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And how nice is it then to have a big physical quarterback like this guy, right? You got 4th and short, quarterback sneak, everybody knows it, but he's just plowing into that offensive line and driving his legs, pushing forward to pick up the first down.
Looking to move it through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's going up top. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. And he intercepts it.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ready to fire from the pistol. He wants to throw. He's got him wide open. Got a lot of running room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Can't get him to the ground. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer ones.
It's caught. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Slips away. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense set for a first down play. They'll try the right side. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Here comes the hurry up. They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw for it. Oh, he makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line. The give to the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. The play action fake. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd down, going up top. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's got his man. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. All kinds of running room. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bears!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Purdue is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over Indiana. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's caught. It's quick. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Looking to throw it again. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, it's out. Oh, the offensive first. Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Going up top on first down. Going for it all. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Quarterback checking off. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Complete to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to throw here on second down. He looks that one in nicely. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the second half, he still doesn't have the catch.
He's back to throw on second down. Get it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? They'll try to run for it. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
On second down, just keeps firing. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and short now from their own 48. He's looking to pass. Setting up the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it! Touchdown Bears! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Handoff from the gun. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Now adjusting. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Mal Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He lets one fly deep. And that pass picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And we... Margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
Quarterback on the keeper. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slot.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Give to the running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh formation. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Caught in the backfield. It's quick. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Red Raiders are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. A shot toward the end zone, and that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And the Bears are threatening on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Baylor! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches.
And they got him for the sack.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bears! They built a Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Baylor!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this. Hang their hat on something to leave with some positive vibes.
Looking left. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his man down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Red Raiders are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unleashes one. Got his man all by himself. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. And you've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of a way with their finger. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They want that clock to run. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all